Have you ever started to move towards something in your life only to realize that almost everything you thought it would look like began to change? At first, that can feel really unsettling, but one of my dreams has taught me something completely different. It showed me that sometimes a change in perspective is not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's evidence that you're seeing more than you could before. If you're new here, every Monday and Thursday, we break down real dreams and discover the life lessons hidden inside them. Let's check out this next one. This one is from March 12th of this year. I pass Ryder on our road, but further down the bend. He is standing up against something with another, discussing a neighbor's build. I see an older white house on the right and some kind of large commercial kitchen stuff laid out for construction. I say something about them already having a loan to cover everything, and an old man says no with a small laugh, and something about people having to pay their own way. Then I look again, and where I thought there was an open spot for the building is actually a street that goes down the opposite direction, away from us. It has a line of already built homes lined down the left side. As is somewhat common for me when I had this dream, and honestly, all the way up until just this past week, I had no idea what this could mean. Ryder is actually my friend and my neighbor, and we're both in real estate, and there's connections there, and he's shown up in exactly 2 dreams. This is one of them. I began to break down. It wasn't real estate. He wasn't representing real estate. To me, is not necessarily representing a neighbor. He's representing the name meaning, and we've talked about this a lot before. Rider can often mean an occupation. It is literally a person that rides a horse to go deliver news. The commonality between the 2 dreams in which my friend Ryder has shown up is, number one, I actually don't interact with him in either dream. This one you've just heard, or another one I might cover at a different time. However, he appears to be signifying that he is delivering a message. When he shows up in both of those dreams, I'm to pay attention because a message is being delivered. Now, there's a somewhat seemingly tiny part of this, and that's where I'm describing what I see in the dream. And I see commercial kitchen equipment that's laid out and ready for this remodel. We break down what is a kitchen. A kitchen is a place where food is prepared, where you prepare something for people to eat. So then naturally, what is a commercial kitchen? It's items or a place that you feed the masses. You feed a large amount of people. Also notice that the dream is focused on expanding an older white house. It is not focused on the completion of that expansion or of that remodel. Now here, I believe, is the heart of the dream. And this is where that older man answers my assumption. I come in with the assumption of I'm looking with Ryder and this older man. I'm looking at the construction site of this older white home. And I'm commenting, well, don't they already have the loan secured to finish this build? And the gentleman says to me, no, everyone has to pay their own way. He's not harsh. He's actually very gentle. And that little laugh there shows maybe like a loving naivete that he's looking at me like, oh, that's so sweet. Nope, everyone's got to pay their own way. Now, here's where I want to be really clear and really careful. This dream is not saying that we earn our way to our destiny. It is saying everyone has to give their yes. Everyone has to take their own responsibility. Every person has their own specific participation in this remodel. We can't live someone else's calling. We can't borrow someone else's obedience. And we can't outsource our growth. Again, this dream, which appears to be a really big theme in my dream life lately, this dream shows ownership. And ownership is participation. Ownership is paying your own way. Now notice who that correction comes from. It doesn't come from Ryder. It comes from the old man. And Old men can mean different things in your dreams, but in this one, it's showing aged wisdom. Basically, the feeling in the dream was this man has lived life already. He's seen this come and go a million times. He's getting my perspective corrected based on age-old wisdom. It's expanding my understanding of the situation. Now, the dream corrects my perception a second time. That's important. The second time, I have an assumption. I assume that there's going to be land on this left-hand side, plenty of room on this left-hand side for that White House to expand. But then my perception changes. I look and I see an entire street of already built homes. And guess what? I still have no idea what that means. However, I know how I can apply it right now. So no, I can't even guess at exactly the waking life reality that's going to come from that metaphor, but I understand what it's telling me today. Remember, take what you can from a dream today, and then when you walk out that season, it'll become clearer. And today, what I notice is that dream corrected my perspective twice. It is essentially keeping me ready for change. From a 1,000-foot view, if I connect at least the feelings and the metaphor of this dream to real waking life, I'm looking at things like starting a second podcast, dreaming about future projects, literal dreams that I had 4, 5, 6 years ago that appear to be starting to play out in my waking life. And so I'm trying to build a frame around the expansion and what that's going to look like as I move forward. And because I'm so used to knowing the generalities of my future, I sometimes think I have a great understanding of how it's going to happen, how it's going to play out, who it'll impact, what it's going to become. Or essentially, I have an idea of what success looks like, at least in my head. Then life says, look again. The goal isn't to stop moving. The goal is to keep moving while remaining teachable. And now this dream has taught me something that I am going to carry into every future idea, every future project. I am going to move forward confidently based on the information that I have, but I'm going to hold my hands loosely. I'm going to hold those plans loosely in my hands because now I'm going to expect my perspective to grow. This way, the clearer my understanding becomes as I walk out those things reflected in the dreams, the more faithfully I can participate in them. The dream is not giving me certainty. It's giving me teachability. Again and again and again, they teach me that I don't have to have certainty to move forward. And I don't have to understand everything to just simply take the next step. I just have to be willing to keep moving forward while allowing that perspective to grow. Because sometimes the greatest revelation isn't realizing that you got it wrong. It's realizing that they were simply too small. And that is really exciting. If you made it through to the end of this episode, thank you. The time you choose to spend with me really means a lot. And if you would like help with your own dreams, I have a free community for that. I also have one-on-one sessions you can sign up for. Just see the links below. And if not, just come on back and see me here because you know what? Your story really does matter. I'll see you next time.